For the longest time, I didn't run from God. I ran for myself, because every time I slowed down, every time I became quiet, I could hear it, that voice, not loud, not obvious, but constant. You're not enough. You messed up again. You should be better by now. And even when I prayed, even when I tried to get close to God, that voice came with me, sitting in my thoughts, standing in my silence, following me everywhere. And I started believing it because it sounded true, not because it came from God, but because it matched my failures. And I thought, this must be conviction. This must be God correcting me. But it didn't bring me closer. It pushed me away, made me hide, made me hesitate, made me feel like I had to fix myself before I could come back. And slowly, I stopped coming. Not completely, but enough to feel distant, enough to feel like I didn't belong anymore. Because how do you stand before God when you feel like a disappointment? How do you pray when your own thoughts are against you? And that became my reality, trying to reach God while fighting myself, until one moment, one truth changed everything. Not something I felt, but something I finally understood. There is no condemnation. I had heard it before, but I never believed it like this. No condemnation. Even now, even after everything, even with all my flaws, my struggles, my repeated mistakes, yes, not because I fixed myself, but because of who I belong to. And that hit me differently, because I realized the voice I'd been listening to was never God, because God corrects, but He doesn't condemn. God leads, but He doesn't shame. God calls you higher, but He never pushes you away. And everything inside me paused, because I had been carrying something that wasn't mine. Condemnation, guilt, shame, things that felt real, but were never from Him. And I believed it for so long that it became my identity. But truth breaks identity lies, because if God says there is no condemnation, then why am I still condemning myself? And that question broke something inside me, 'cause maybe I've been living under a lie that felt like truth. And for the first time, I stopped agreeing with that voice. Not because I felt better, but because I chose truth. That I am not rejected, that I am not disqualified, that I am not condemned. Not yesterday, not today, not even in my worst moments. And something lifted, not all at once, but enough to breathe again, enough to come back. Not as someone perfect, but as someone accepted. No condemnation over me, no more chains of guilt I see. Even in my weakest day, you still call me chosen, not forsaken. No condemnation, I am free, not by works, but what you did for me. I lay it down, the shame, the lies, and walk in truth. I'm justified, and I'm still learning this, still catching those thoughts, still replacing those lies. But now I know the difference. God's voice doesn't sound like shame, and I refuse to carry what He already removed. don't have to earn my way back. I was never pushed away. And maybe that's what freedom really is. Not becoming perfect, but finally believing you are already accepted.